So I purchased a Lumia 640, and we're going to bring you guys a review of my new phone right after the intro. What's up, you guys? Matt here, Mr. Matt Darnell, and here in this video we're going to bring you guys a basic, pretty quick but detailed review of the Microsoft Lumia 640. So a lot of you guys have known this phone has gone on sale, and you can find them for about anywhere from $20 to $30. I was able to pick mine up for $20 from the Microsoft store, or you can pick it up for $30 at Best Buy, Walmart, or just about any other store that sells this phone. Typically the phone retails for about $140 or $140, $150 to $200 depending on where you buy it at, depending on if you get AT&T or an unlocked variant. However, the past 2 months actually, it has been on sale for $50 and $30 in certain markets. I went ahead and picked up the AT&T version. It's the Go phone, as you can see right here. I already opened it because of the struggle plans that are available. However, you don't need to use it with AT&T's Go phone. You can use it with a normal AT&T SIM, or you can unlock it and put it on any network. In the box on the AT&T, you get your warranty information here. You get a phone feature quick guide thing. Use this, and you get the Open First Start Here kit, which pretty much contains your SIM card information, activation information if you want to use Go phone. If you're not going to use this on a Go phone, then don't worry about it. Now, in the box here, you get your Lumia 640 right here. It's a 5-inch screen. Go ahead and hold it up next to a Lumia 635 here, just for comparison. As you can see, we'll get more into that in a second. We get a outrageously long micro USB charger. However, it's permanently attached to the wall base here, so you won't be able to detach that and use this very long cable on a computer. As you can see, it has the Microsoft branding right there. I have way too many of these from the various Windows phones. Pretty much have one of these in every corner of my house, practically on an outlet, so I can plug up anytime. You also get a very small 6-inch micro USB cable right here. This is your data cable that you'd plug up into your computer. I guess they think you're going to be using this with a laptop or a Surface because the USB cable is way too small. I would not use this with a charger. I'd use this without a doubt. Now, my one complaint with this charger is that it is rated at 5 volts, 700 milliamps output, when in reality most chargers are 5 volts, 1 amp, and most quick charge is 5 volts, 2 amps. That's my only complaint with this charger, so you will only be able to use this to charge Windows phones. And in my experience, Windows phones actually charge faster with these chargers than they do any other charger. Not sure why that is, but that's just from experience. My only complaint with these chargers, though. So, although I have them throughout my house, I can only use them on Windows phones, whereas my Galaxy, slow charge. So we have the phone right here. We'll go ahead and we will take off the back. To take off the back, you just go ahead and pinch, like so. And ba-bam, the back comes off. Right here you have a 2500 milliamp battery, micro SD card slot that supports up to 128 gigabyte SD card, and you have a micro SIM slot right there. You can also put a nano SIM in here. I've done it in the past. It's just, you'll need to use a paperclip to get your nano SIM out. However, it is doable. You can put a nano SIM in here. And of course, we have a large speaker right here, and you have these screws to get inside of the phone. We have an 8 megapixel camera right here along with a flash. We'll go ahead and put the back on. To put the back on, you just lay it flat and you snap it in all 4 corners, just like so. And we'll go ahead and run through the specs on this phone. This phone comes with Windows 8.1 Update 2. Also comes with the Lumia Denim software. Most, well, not all Lumia phones come with Lumia Denim. However, most phones will come with Denim Update. That pretty much allows you to do live photos, folders, pretty much the basic good stuff that new iPhones and Android phones can do as well. It also is ready for Windows 10. You can install the Windows 10 Insider Preview on this, which is what I will be doing. I'll be taking this to the Microsoft Store, and that will be, my friend will be helping me install the Windows 10 Preview on this phone as well. But it comes with Windows 8.1. It is ready for Windows 10, so it will be getting the Windows 10 update. Now the processor on this Windows phone, it has a Snapdragon 400 quad-core processor rated at 1.2 gigahertz. Has a 5-inch Full HD. Believe it's a, yes, it is a 720p Full HD display, 5 inches. 294 pixels per inch on this display, so it is pretty sharp. I've noticed it happens to be pretty sharp. The only time I notice blurriness is the clock on the glance screen. However, that's likely a software issue. Has cornering Gorilla Glass 3, has 1 GB of RAM, has 8 GB of internal storage. However, it does have the SD card slot in the back. A lot of Windows phones, you'll notice that they have 8 or 16 GB of storage. Keep in mind, they have an SD card slot in the back, and out of the box, you can already install applications onto your SD card slot, move all your documents on there. So honestly, internal storage is not really an issue on Windows phones. The rear camera back here is rated at 8 megapixels. It does record full 1080p video. Has a f2.2 28 millimeter. It has a flash LED. Also comes with the Lumia camera app. The front camera has an odd location, top left position. So if you're doing a landscape selfie, you'll need to turn it this way. Whereas if you turn it this way, you'll be covering the camera. Just a minor issue. Some people hate it for that. I don't have an issue with that at all. 1 megapixel, has 720p video. Connectivity, this has Bluetooth 4.0, micro USB 2.0. It also has the micro SIM, as I already showed you. And also has 802.11bgn, does not come with AC. However, it does support screen cloning with Miracast. So that is pretty neat. Has a accelerometer, not really sure how you pronounce that one. Has an ambient light sensor as well as a proximity. For the battery, it has a 2500 milliamp battery, and the weight is about anywhere from 145 to 150 grams with the battery inside of it. However, when you first take it out of the box, the battery will not be in it, and you'll be like, wow, this phone is light. Put the battery in it, and it's around 150 grams. The size, it is 141.3 millimeters by 72.2 by 8.25 millimeters. Those are the dimensions on the phone. So, of course, once again, that's 141 millimeters by 72.2 millimeters by 8.85 millimeters. On the right-hand side here, we have the volume rocker along with the power button. There is no camera button on this Lumia device. So if we go ahead and turn on the device here, this does have a 2-tap turn on. So you tap once and it turns on the glance screen. Glance screen will show you your time and any notifications. Double tap it and it will turn on the device. As you can see right here, have a wallpaper from Japan there. And you can hide the action menu right there. The action menu just has your Windows button, search, and back. Just swipe up to get that. Swipe up to unlock our device, or you can swipe down either way. And now that we have the device unlocked, we'll go to the home screen here. If you guys wonder what my Windows Phone home screen looks like, here it is. So here we have our Windows home screen right here. Has out of the box, it supports 3 columns here, and has pretty much 5 rows of larger tiles here. However, you can make them smaller, maximize your screen space. Swipe over to the right, and we have all of our apps here. Swipe down. My Action Center here is customized. As you can see, I added the camera icon right there since I don't have a camera on my home screen, and there's no camera button. I just swipe down there, open up the camera. Now right here, I'll go ahead and show you guys the camera here. It is a pretty good camera. The back camera actually is pretty decent for a $50, $30 phone. 8 megapixels, full HD 1080p video recording. in my opinion, the back camera is pretty decent. It's not the best camera out there. The white balance can get off at times, so if I put my hand here, it does capture my hand compared to our 4K camera right here. But all in all, it's a great camera. Now, as for the front-facing camera, I'm not going to show you guys that, but the front-facing camera, in fact, the Lumia app, the way you adjust it, the way the Lumia camera is adjusted, these buttons don't move to the top. I do wish they moved to the top, though. Front camera is a totally different story. I'm not going to show you guys that, but it is, it's passable. I'll leave it at that. It's passable. It's somewhat okay, but the back camera is pretty great for what it is. Go ahead and go back to the home screen here. It does come with the Lumia camera app, and it does come with the Denim Lumia features, as well as the Moments, the selfie storyteller, the live photo. You can enable that in the settings as well. Now, the thing with Windows Phones devices is, if you buy it on AT&T, it is going to come with AT&T apps, like AT&T, My AT&T, Yellow Pages, all that nonsense. However, if you notice right here, there are no AT&T apps. There is no Yellow Pages. There is no My AT&T. There is no AT&T Locate, AT&T Locker. The only AT&T app that I kept was Device Help, in case I ever need help with my device and I'm not near a Microsoft store. So as you can see right here, there are no AT&T apps. This is because Windows Phone lets you completely remove any carrier bloatware. So the T-Mobile bloatware, the My Verizon and NFL bloatware, you get the AT&T bloatware. If you buy this on a contract or if you buy this through a carrier, you can just hold down on it and uninstall. The same goes for some built-in Windows apps that are built into this phone. You can remove some you just absolutely have to keep just because they're system apps. But most apps that come with your phone you can remove, so you can have a pure Windows Phone experience, or you can have a bare minimal phone if you want to. All in all, it's a great device. Front camera right there as well. And just to go ahead and show you guys the back once again, that's where that speaker is. Now, a lot of people will be going, oh, the speaker's on the back, you're going to cover it when you have your hand. Unless you have a finger directly over this speaker, like so, the speaker's not an issue. I've covered the speaker. If anything, the speaker's gotten louder when I cover it. And the volume level goes up to 30. However, a third of the volume, with the volume level on 10, it matches my Galaxy S6. So that is just amazing. The speaker packs a punch in this small little phone here, a 5-inch phone, especially for the back. Being a budget phone, sort of budget, it is a great speaker. All in all, this phone is a great device. I'd recommend it to anyone looking for a Windows phone. This is the 640. You can get the 640 XL. The 640 XL, I believe, is $150 right now, on sale from the $200 that it used to be. So, all in all, it's a great device. I'd recommend it to anyone. In my opinion, it's one of the higher-end Windows phones that's out now, because there are no 700 series devices, except for the 735, and that's aging. There is no 800 series devices, and the only 900 series devices is the 950 and 950 XL. So this is honestly the highest-end Windows phone you can get without buying a 950 or 950 XL. Now, keep in mind the 650 variant of the Windows Phone, Lumia 650, is coming out within April, on April 1st. However, might I note, it has a Snapdragon 200 processor, so it is going to be slower than a 640, but it does have a metal body with Windows 10. So it's a matter of, do you want a metal body with a slower phone, or a polycarbonate plastic body with a faster processor? Pretty much up to you. That's pretty much my take on the Lumia 640. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope this helped you out. Please like, comment, and subscribe for future technology reviews. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later.